person who asked me to speak now told you that he would invite in Telugu and I am to speak in English. He knows the secret because my Telugu is very bad. So indirectly, he advised me speak only in the language you know. That's number one. Number two, the students who had assembled here and who invited us so that they could felicitate us, I thought, I'm not in the midst of young children, though we might call you children, because when any student comes to me, I tell him, ఎట్లా ఉన్నా బాగున్నారా, కొత్తలోనేమో ఏమండి అనేవాడిని. ఇద్దరు స్టూడెంట్స్ తిట్టలేదు కానీ తిట్టినట్టు చెప్పారు. వై డూ యూ కాల్ అండి? మా person who very often calls me with the N word, Andi, is our
Raju. Chandraju.
Aparayal garu. He would always use the word Andi at the end. మీరు ఊరుకోండి, నేను చూసుకుంటా కదండి.
అంతే కదండి.
Coming to the point, you are a very illustrious group, very illustrious. You have come up very high in life. You belong to various strata in society, and we secretly enjoy that. I very proudly tell my friends, tell my relatives, and people who come along in my life, I tell them that gentleman was my student. And they would wonder, he's an IAS officer, but he was my student. That is so sometimes you get flabbergasted. How to face the society which, when they came to our college, were small school children, and we, fresh from the university, we had absolutely no training in the university as to what and how we are supposed to teach in schools or colleges. No. My coming into this college as a lecturer, it happened very, I would say, funnily, yes. I do not know, as I told you people, much of Telugu. So I must opt for a second language. And a friend suggested to me, why not you do French? I chose. I went to a women's college in Visakhapatnam, that's my birthplace, St. Joseph's Women's College. And there, an old lady of 101 years old, 101 years old, who came from France, and she settled in Visakhapatnam. Perhaps it is the spiritual order or a religious order that gave her the post in a women's college. Someone told me. I was learning French, just the two of us, that lady and I. I was about 16 years old, 17 perhaps. No, 20. Then, as the class was going on, Father Gordon, who appointed me, happened to come and visit her. He came, he spoke to her, he looked at me, who is this chap? She said, he is a student who has passed his MA. He did his BA honors, he did his MA. Those were the days, you know, when after completing MA, if you pay 100 rupees in the registrar's office of Visakhapatnam University, they used to give MA. In our case, we belong to a batch called Guinea Pig Batch. All of you know what that is, Guinea Pig. Sort of experimentation on us. I did 1 year course, first time introduced in the history of Andhra Pradesh, pre-university course. After completing my 10th standard, I was thrown into a college. In the college, I was asked to study for only 1 year. And then they threw me out again from there. And they put me in Andhra University. Just imagine an ordinary college student going to Andhra University. And in the Andhra University, again, experimentation on our batches. They said, it is not enough if 100 rupees is paid in the registrar's office. You must go through a course called MA, 1 year. Then, a professor from Pennsylvania University joined the Department of English of Andhra Loyola College. He came and he introduced American literature as a paper, which means after MA, we were asked to do MA honors. I hope you are following the track. Having completed MA honors, they said, we just will not give you a degree, MA honors. You need not pay money, but you undergo 1 more year of course, where you will be taught general education. Friends, try to link up all this. In the general education classes, professors like Jnanananda Swami, a nuclear professor, professor from Commerce, law professor, and a Sanskrit scholar professor also. All these used to come to our classes and teach them. When we do not know what is what, when we are just trying to live in life, so much of material was dumped on us. But we used to have the pride. I am a student of Professor Jnanananda Swami. He used to come, he taught us. Honestly, I make this confession, I didn't understand. Not only I, none from the department could understand anything. But we were declared passed. That's how I came to Loyola College. When I came to Loyola College, Father Gordon asked me, can you face the students? I'm not a tall man, I was a short fellow. Why, what is wrong, Father? No, if you go to classes, will you be able to face them? I should try. I went into the class. From day 1, all of you know, I had never spoken Telugu in the classes. Throughout my career, I worked for 35.5 years here or even more. Not a day was there when I spoke in Telugu. I used to speak in English. Students outside, they would look at me and go away. And some of them, you'll get poetaru, English lo matladu, Telugu lo matladu, but system, the Jesuit system, which I have learned here, made me the man that